It's Delia. That's me.
Hey Delia Boppers, what's up? So, unless you've been living under a rock type lately, you're probably aware that Niantic's new augmented reality game, Pokemon Go, recently came out, and I'm just gonna say, it's fucking amazing. Now, I remember when Pokemon first came out in the US, and I was immediately hooked. Like, I played the video games, I played the card games, I got a couple of toys, a t-shirt, I watched the cartoon every day on the Kids WB, I saw the movies in theaters, I covered my middle school planner in Pokemon stickers from the back of the Prima Strategy Guide, I ate the fucking cereal and cut the holographic Pokemon logo off the front of the box and put it on the front of my huge binder full of Pokemon cards. I was a full-on Poke nerd. I did also get picked on and made fun of quite a bit for that, so unfortunately I did kind of bury it for a while around the beginning of high school. About the same time I also switched back over to Dungeons and Dragons, which I also got made fun of for. There was a time in college when I was hanging out with some people who got me back into it enough to do some fan art and make some Pokeball jewelry like earrings and necklaces, but I'm pretty sure one of them also stole my big binder full of Pokemon cards, which I guess turned me bitter again for a while, but like, I have to say, Pokemon Go has just completely swept me off my feet and given me a one-way ticket to Nostalgia Land, and I don't think I'm coming back anytime soon. Like, the Sunday before last, my girlfriend Kelly and I were at a rally to save a local historical landmark, and we got hungry afterwards, so we went to McGuire's, which is this local Irish Fair restaurant with money all over the walls and ceilings, and a moose head that they make people kiss, and a signature drink, which comes in a mason jar, which is basically rum, orange juice, blue curacao, rum, and a little bit more rum. And on the way, we were passing down Palafox Place, which is the main downtown strip in Pensacola where all the popular bars and upper-end downtown shopping and dining is all located, and the sidewalks were just flooded with people who all had their phones out, and everyone who had their phone out was playing Pokemon Go. Like, okay, Pensacola is not a huge city, and Sunday evenings are generally not a big night down there, but apparently they threw some kind of event where all the bars kept like putting lures on their Pokestops, and just everyone was out hunting. And we couldn't go because our phones were dead and we were starving, but it was just amazing to see so many grown freaking adults having fun out on the town with such a dorky little app. I downloaded it just a few days prior, and I'd obviously heard all the hype before it even came out, mostly in the form of that little Tumblr meme about kids like finding Mewtwo in Area 51 and shit like that, but I didn't actually think it would end up being such a big deal to most people in real life. I honestly figured it would just be one or two dorks like me, and like, it'd be cool for about 5 minutes for the novelty, and then we just put it back down and never touch it again, but I could not have been more wrong. If anything, it's just getting better and better, and that's awesome, because this little app is just fucking amazing. The Pokemon obviously still aren't real, but the fantasy is, and it's not dying down. Like, I was really disappointed that we couldn't go out catching that night, but one of the other people I'm seeing took me on a date the next Tuesday down to Palafox Place and the park and the pier, and it was still just as packed. People were just nerding out and having a blast. It's literally the most social activity I've ever seen going on downtown during the middle of the day on a weekday in my life. People were meeting new people, I was running into friends I hardly ever get to see. We even learned how to do the cha-cha with a group of total strangers. Like, it was unreal. People are getting all swagged out. Like, even I went to Hot Topic with the little bit of money I have to get myself a couple of accessories. And one of my friends and I are already talking about making Team Rocket outfits for ourselves, which, along with a good pair of running shoes, could actually be an interesting way for people without their own smartphones and data plans to try and get in on the action. Okay, don't actually dress like Team Rocket and run around stealing people's smartphones. I'm obviously joking. That would not actually be cool. Speaking of not cool, the game is still in beta, so it's obviously not perfect. Aside from crashes and server issues, some people have noted that the game is not currently as inclusive as it could be for non-binary and disabled people. But on the bright side, being in beta also means there's still plenty of opportunity to fix those things by adding more gender diversity for trans people, and maybe even some kind of feature that people with limited mobility could use to enjoy the game too. Which would definitely be really cool to see, because this game is just creating a lot of positivity for the people it's currently accessible to, and it really just needs to be accessible to as many people as possible. I think it's come at a really good time. There is so much going on in the world that's bad right now, and as important as it is for us to be aware and actively working to solve all the social justice issues, we all just need a break sometimes to be able to step away and escape and just enjoy life for a minute, and this is such a great way to do that. I still worry about the possibility that that a black child could end up getting shot for playing this game because someone decided they looked suspicious wandering back and forth, or that a trans person could end up being assaulted for playing anywhere there's children in the vicinity. But I've also already heard a word-of-mouth story about a white person who called the cops on a suspicious black person playing, and long story short, it ended with the racist white person and the police officer supposedly joining in. And when I was out, it was honestly one of the first occasions in a really long time where I didn't feel like anyone was staring at me or talking about me or judging me, basically for just existing in a public space. People were actually really friendly and even approached us from time to time just to all nerd out together. And as much as I hate the whole we're all the same narrative for basically erasing all of the very real and important and beautiful diversity we have, I can't help but feel like it probably was because even if it was just for once, no one was really thinking about those differences. Instead, we were all too busy being fucking Pokemon trainers. And call me sappy or naive or overly optimistic, but there's just something really special about that, and I know it probably won't last, but I hope it does, because it was really cool for once just to see people out having fun and treating each other like human beings for a change. And who knows, maybe being able to share what we do have in common might be one of the best places to start learning about each other and how to appreciate and celebrate our differences too. For me, it's made me stop and think about the way I want to go about my activism, and it's honestly also just one more little thing to be happy about when a lot of other stuff in life is kind of shitty. And people are already even coming up with tons of awesome little creative ways to use it to spread positivity, like dropping alerts near children's hospitals and using it with apps that donate to charities based on how far you walk and more. And once again, I cannot overstress just how fucking fun this game is, and I'm not generally the kind of person who likes to leave the house much, so call me a nerd, call me sentimental, I don't care. I fucking love this little game, and if you haven't gotten your hands on it already, you totally should. As always, thank you so very much for watching, and until next time, be yourself. Hey everyone, thanks again so much for watching. If you enjoyed what you saw today, be sure to hit that like button and share so that your friends can enjoy it too. And be sure to subscribe because there's more where that came from, including activism and awareness videos, tutorials, you can follow my transition, and even check out some of my music. I also want to give a huge shout out to my Patreon supporters because y'all are what make this channel possible. Thank you. If you're not a patron yet and you want to find out how you can get awesome rewards like autographed pictures from my modeling shoots and more for your support, just go to www.patreon.com/DeliaMelody to find out how you can sign up today. And be sure to check out Designs by Delia on Redbubble for all your official Delia Melody swag needs. See you next time and be yourself.